Hello, this is Karl-James Langford on Channel 01 to 1975. It's the weekend, and it's the 24th and 25th of January. We're coming towards the end of January. Obviously the 25th, as you know, it's in Scotland, it's Burns Night. But the weekend, Saturday, spent time with the children, and obviously that's an important part of my life. It comes on the top of being important, and obviously there was lots of stressful bickering between my children today because they're very different ages. My youngest is 7, and my sort of middle one, Emily, she's 12 years old, and then her brother and sister then are 15 and sort of 17. So she finds herself in the middle of two different worlds, and for many years she was the youngest, and then suddenly her other sister comes along and she isn't the youngest anymore. But they do play together occasionally, and took them over to my parents, and they seem to calm down, and I sort of played Scrabble with Emily, and they liked, and my mum as well, and they are probably best sort of singularly, and they can be really sort of calm and nice and sort of very much happy in themselves. My little Carrie-Anne, my 7-year-old, after we'd gone shopping on the Saturday, we put the desk together, the desk which is going to be the space that I'm gonna write my sort of toad book from. As you know, lots of it are already done, but obviously get really into it, and it's that itch with the book. It's really started to, I need to get it done. Well, there's actually one of 6 books, and I've done a little bit for each of the different books, so I'm going to get into it. Hopefully I'll be able to get hold of that typewriter on Thursday, so I'll be able to get on. But I'm really writing stuff for it as much as I can, and sort of finding stuff. And I'm finding different things whilst I'm decluttering, and sort of trying to sort of bring order to everything. And on a Sunday when I'm by myself, I was sort of bringing order, because I like to do my diary, like to make sure I've got that sorted and this sorted. It's my ordering day, and sort of it's you know, it's my day to get on top of things. I was doing more decluttering as well, and an immediate thing which I'll talk about towards the end now about decluttering. I'm working with Emma on SoundCloud to do with mental health issues, which is sort of a new sort of avenue which I'm going to work in, sort of a new collaboration with Emma on SoundCloud. So she asked me a question, I answer it, and we sort of, and that's going to be recorded as a piece of work. So that'll be really good. And I've also decided that the poem that I read out for my archaeology class in the week, looking at Ctesiphon in sort of Iraq, I'll be doing that as a poem, the one by Lord Byron. So I'll be doing that one, and so that'll be for Al. So that's coming up, Al. I know. Hopefully you're watching this. And finally, the bit that I want to talk about more about decluttering is sort of inspiring people as well. David, because he's got to move to Caerphilly, and hopefully he'll be able to move there closer to his son. And he sort of said that it's helped him to think about decluttering. He's getting rid of a lot of his DVDs, and I think a lot of his books and all sorts of different things. So it's helped him. So these video logs do work, and I think in thinking about that, decluttering, some people say that when you've got rid of things, there's a sense of relief. With me, it's more going through things, filtering things, and finding out the things that I actually need and I actually want. And it's helping me with the book as well. There's stuff that I know that are in some of these boxes here that I'm going to get hold of, and it's helped me write some of my books. That'll be really good. I've also got rid of the other stuff. But talking about the health things and the health impacts, is that I found throughout most of my life that you know, I've kept hold of lots of things, and it's impacted on everything. Really, it's impacted on you know, how I move, and my family, my children, and relationships, and it sort of has that impact. And the daily thing is you think you've got, you know, it wears down on you. You know, you just think, oh, you know, what do I do with all these books? What do I do with all these different things? And it has that health impact. You get worried, and you know, what's it all for? All this stuff. And it's nice to know where everything is. It's sort of quite stressful thinking, where's this thing? I know it's in that stuff somewhere, but you can't find it. So that thing that you've got was never ever used for what you needed it for. And a health impact is that you attach yourself to things, and you sort of worry, is it going to be okay when you get back? If you haven't got it to worry about, then you don't need to worry about it. So that's a big plus. I'm not talking about this next thing with myself. I've heard about people hoarding newspapers, actually real newspapers, and they over 40-50 years they bought 2 newspapers a day and the 3 newspapers through the door. So you can imagine that's literally hundreds of thousands of newspapers. So they can't move around their houses, and they can't even get into their kitchen, and obviously that's going to attract rodents and stuff as well. And you know, that's the thing, you see, decluttering is important. You don't want to be like the life of grind people, where they've just got so much stuff that rubbish piles up, and they got rodents and everything there, and they're falling ill. I know, what's it all for? People got to move, and their lives have been ruined by this clutter. They're unable to have friends over, they're unable to socialise, and their homes have fire risks and all the rest of it. And the answer is, don't build up clutter, just get rid of it. So many people are proud of hanging on to things and hoarding things. Doesn't do you any favours. What I'm finding with my stuff is that when I get across stuff that I think might be useful, you know, I might be able to give it to someone, which is great. So people are having my rubbish, sorry. Or I can sell it. So I'm doing both, or just getting rid of it. So that's basically the benefits. Anyway, this is my video log. This is Karl-James Langford. Thank you for watching.